Bani Israel, or whatever you say it, metaphorically could be. But for Ayyadna Lazina, yes, Allah supported them and they become Zahirin. It is لِيُزِرَهُ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ. It goes back to, again, Surah Jummah, that, Surah Saf, I'm confused. Surah Saf, that, we are, that's Surah Saf, that we supported them, and through Arsala Rasulahu bil Huda, they are going to be the victorious. Right? So anyway, the word Zahir is there and Zahir is there, but looking at the disciple of Jesus, they are apostate, of course, and then all his disciples been in the caves, all his early followers, must be hundreds and thousands, otherwise it was not a big issue for them. If there were only 12 disciples, then who cares? Actually, his followers were multiplying, and the Jews were afraid they will become a minority. That's why they opposed him. If there is only 12 disciples, who care then? I'm just giving you some understanding. Right. So they must be increasing. Of course, when the Messiah comes, a prophet of Allah comes, he must have followers, otherwise it is not a success at all. Right? Anyway, I don't want to go into date, I have to come to this point. So we understand that فَلَمَا أَحَسَّ إِيسَى مِنْهُمُ الْكُفْرَ. That's the only time that he had the feeling, maybe by my followers have become a disbelieving people. That's why they say, who is my helper? Who is helper of Allah for the cause of Allah? They say, we are. Anyway, it's not working. Badly. Alright. Anyway, let's come to this point that this verse tells us actually what happened after the crucifixion of Jesus. Where did they go? Right? Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَا ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ, that we made Ibn Maryam, son of Mary, and his mother Ayatan, a sign. وَآوَيْنَهُمَا, and we gave shelter to both of them. Awa is when someone is really suffering, he is looking for some place where to put his head. Awa means panah, right? We say panah. Awaynahuma, we gave shelter to both of them. And Mawa is also a place where you take a shelter. Alright? Ila Rabbatin, 3 signs are mentioned. A place, name is never mentioned. Why name is not mentioned? It could have been Srinagar. The reason? Tell me now. Your test.
People will go after that?
No, not go after that. Gee, why name is not mentioned? Could have been Ila Srinagar.
Specifics, I think never, always a message such like that.
The reason is the names of the cities are changed.
Oh, changed.
Very recently, Rabba is changed to Chanab Nagar. Right? This is the thing which is in the hands of people. Allah never go for that. Except Makkah. Like I said, the Makkah. We receive, and then of course has to secure that place too. Right? Here name is not mentioned. 3 significant signs are mentioned. That place has to be Rabwa, elevated, Zate Kararin. Karar means, what Karar means actually? Zate Kararin. Jahan ko Karar aa jaye. Where your eyes, sight, you can say eyes, become still. So beautiful that you are just like that. Zate Kararin, just beautiful.
Like picturesque, you could say. Like picturesque.
Yes, exactly. Wamahin, another thing that there must be springs and fountains. Now they can take these signs out. The elevated place and the beauty and plus the fountains. And the surprising thing is, there are 2 places, right? Srinagar and Mari. Srinagar is the place where Jesus is buried, and that is 6,500 feet high. Mari is the place which is 7,100 feet high. That is also has the springs, fountains, and beautiful and elevated. So both have the same sign, and by air it is only 120 miles. And that is exactly what he traveled all the way. And now very recently BBC has made one documentary, Jesus in India, which I have with me. Not at this time, but I have shown to the other Jamas. And there, they showed the tomb of Jesus, Srinagar, and they discussed, and those who are the professor from Princeton University of New Jersey and the others, she said, I'm 100% sure there's nobody but Jesus. is buried there. Anyway, there's an interview by one of Ahmadi from London, and they took the picture of Masjid Baitul Fatu, and namaz is going on, and some interview, almost 20 minutes plus interview that he said, he didn't mention the name of the Prophet Sahib, but he did mention, all the significance and signs, whatever. Without mentioning the name of the Holy Quran, he discussed about the tomb of Jesus, what are the signs, and very great symbols are there. But it's really worth that we should be watching.
What is the height you mentioned?
6,500.
And where's the place where his mother Mary was buried?
Murray. The city is called Murray.
The city's
All of
called
us we know very well.
Okay.
It is 25 plus miles from Islamabad and 7,100 feet high. It's beautiful. I've been there. I attended both tomb of Mary and tomb of Jesus. Tomb of Mary, which is very surprising to me, I visited 2003. There was one person who was a non-Ahmadi, his name is Colonel Munir Ahmad, because that area is under the custody of army. And because that tower is again a radio tower. And so Allah has made some special arrangements for the security of that tomb. And he knew not that I'm Ahmadi. So first he was very hesitant to let us go there. But there was another colonel whose name was also Munir Ahmad, Ahmadi of course. He took me there, and both were friends because they had the same names. So he let us go there, and of course first the questions, I hope that you are not writing any book. I said, no, I'm not. You are not related to any media. I said, no. No radio, television or anything, no newspaper? I said, no. I said, okay, then you can come. And he did mention, God is my witness, I am in the mosque. He said President Musharraf personally was with him on the telephone 3 times. And he asked me, don't let anyone come closer to this place who is related to any media or maybe any foreigners. Period. Don't let come closer to it. Because they will take some other information. But anyway, within a few minutes he was so friendly to me, then he introduced me and gave me some information which I would like to share with you. Maybe it's correct, maybe it's not correct, but don't take it, I'm not saying anything. Whatever he said it, I'm going to tell you. He said I was at the lower rank at that time, like in early 60s, at the time of the Ayub Khan, used to be the president of Pakistan, when they wanted to have this tower or the radio. You know tower, right? So they wanted to, dig that place, and they found there is one tomb over there. They call it Bibi Maryam. So they knew not who Bibi Maryam is. Who cares, He said, okay, well, that's fine. So they started digging it. But every day some incident takes place. The most surprising thing which he mentioned, which is hard to believe, he said that when we, whatever we dig, right, next day we come, it's filled. Come on. Who does in the night time? This, non-Ahmadi is talking to me. I'm not saying anything for my own. He said every day, we dig it. Whatever he dug, next day it's filled up. Come on, what's going on here? Many days it was happening like that. Then, after this warning, people start dying or being killed. Somebody fell down from the mountain because it's like 1,000+ feet high. From that actually, from the main road. Some, have the snake bites and some other kind of stuff, Accidents are happening every day. 1 or 2 people are gone. So we call the high authority. He said, we don't know. People, they say, that there's some ghost like that. People are like sentimental too. They say, we don't know what it is. Actually, one thing we know that there's one tomb in the middle. What should we do? Because some strange things are happening. It's all right, leave that tomb in the middle, and you should dig, these 4 corners where you have to pick, that, and just leave it. And he said, now we fill that, we put, cemented. You see that the tomb is exactly in the middle. But we made a replica outside, because people wanted to leave. They should know that, oh, we didn't touch it. We made a replica, they don't know. Now we put, this green, like sheets and all stuff, so people come and make dua and then go. Of course they don't let anyone go, but people can see it's okay. He said, but this is a replica, it's nothing. Actually, that's not the grave. The grave is exactly in the middle. So this is what I wanted to share with you. But again, it comes under awareness that we give shelter. They are under the protection, both are under the protection of Allah. Mary and Jesus both. It's not that during their lifetime, once Allah says you are protected, it's forever. Right? It should be forever. It's not for the time being. It's God's promise.